leaves us with the last two major championships. The Puissance winds it all up. But first of all, it's the Daily Mail Cup, and we join it at the jump-off.
And the first to go in the Daily Mail Cup, the oldest trophy presented after the King's Cup here at the Royal International Horse Show. And David Byrne is the first in this jump-off against the clock with San Francisco.
And a few sharp turns in here as well. A related distance round there to the two first parts of the combination. And a long gallop here, right across the ring. That's unusual indoors. They've got to go round that fence. I think they'll have a job to get inside to the crisscross parallel. And now a real turn back on yourself turn here to a square parallel 5 foot wide. And now just the last line, the wall into this double. 2 strides. This is very good. Related distance 4 to the last. Flies it, gets away with it. That's a good start. 33.98. They've got to go now.
They have indeed. And in fact, he was at the wall at 26 going into that combination. And now we're going back in with Richard Barton and Marsreland Boy. Richard Barton, a very useful rider indeed, but just the one good horse in which he's won the Cock of the North Championship on. And right out over the top of that, not even all the strength that horse could get him away. And David Byrne, I think, Steve, has given them something to think about.
Yes, he certainly has. You know, it's not the most difficult course in the world tonight. I think it'll be a bit speedy, and there's some good horses to come yet.
Well, just the 1 down, 4 faults, 4 and 36.81 there for Marsreland Boy. And now number 13 for Australia, Geoff McVean riding Laurie Connell's First Z.
Well, Geoff McVean looked to have it served up to on a plate in the King George V Gold Cup. He was one of them to have that big fence down on First Z, big German horse, but you can never discount him. And he may well take a second off 33.98. Now 26 seconds here for David Byrne, and he's slower. He's not going to beat him. No, 35.45.
Yes, I think Geoff had accepted it there, really. He didn't think that he could beat David, and went for good place money, because this horse's forte would be jumping big, wide, real Grand Prix courses, rather than a scurry around against the clock. Not that this is a scurry, it's big enough, but it's also going to be quick enough.
Well, back inside, we have the man who has won 6 classes here. He's absolutely unstoppable. He won another one this afternoon, the King George V Gold Cup on Old Ryan's Son, and now his 8-year-old next Milton, in which he won the Everest Grand Prix last night. And a great tribute to Mr. and Mrs. Bradley, because it gave them so much pleasure. The horse that their daughter Caroline found as, well, just over a foal, bred by her own favourite steeder Mare, and that gave them a tremendous amount of pleasure here last night.
He's going for it.
Yes, he is, and another good turn there. He's not much behind David Bowen. He's got to move now to the last. Oh, what a jump over the last, and he still doesn't do it. He still doesn't do it.
Well, that was quite incredible there, because it just shows the ability of this horse, because John turned really sharp into the wall there, 2 from home, and then just watch what he does from there. The horse lands steep, makes a tremendous amount of ground here to come out, because that's long enough, and now watch him go 3 instead of 4 to the last. It's 20 yards down there, never a doubt in his mind that he's going for it, hurdles it, took a stride out. That was just superb.
Yeah, it was indeed, and what a brilliant young horse for John Whitaker. And now Nick Skelton with Raffles, with Airbourne. Nick Skelton with Airbourne, and he's had 3 wins in smaller classes. But with St James, he's been very disappointed this week. He's having a go at this one. Yes, he's flying. He's behind, I think. There's nothing in it, but 34.68. That shows just what a time David Bowen set. He goes into 3rd place.
And there's David Bowen still out in front. And he knows there's dangers to come, and this is one, because the beauty about Sunorra is that inside you can just keep kicking her and pressing her into fences, because she's such a careful jumper. That's where they can get a bit of ground across the middle there. No way they can come inside that fence. This is good. Geoff working every inch of the way. Good turn.
Yeah, same time as David Bowen. Go on, Geoff. 32.93. And well done, Geoff Glazzard. Steve, I don't think anybody could be more happy than you.
No, that was a great round, wasn't it? She can still do it. And Geoff really knew what he got to do there. He set off flat out, gets a great turn in here to the wall, and just keeps coming all the time. Kicks for the parallel. That's what I say. You can keep pressing her all the time. Holds her up for half a stride there, and she's the best vertical jumper you'll ever want to sit on. And away she goes to the finish. Great effort.
Yes, and Geoff looks delighted with that. But there are Sue Pountain now with Ned Kelly, and she won in cracking style here on the opening night, and look at her moving on now. She's going straight across the centre as well.
Well, they've really got nothing to lose now, have they? Because this is so fast. It's caution to the winds time. A bit wide there. Well, from winning on the first night to sitting on the ground the last night, that's show jumping. It was just one of those things, it happened that way. She came around the corner, was a long, long way off, and the old boy puts down again. He just couldn't jump it from there. But as I was saying, caution to the winds, because you've really got to go for it. You see, the stride that she asked him to go off really was just impossible. And he's very sensible the way he picks his way through those poles, look.
Sue Pountain safely reunited with Ned Kelly, and I would imagine she'll perhaps jump another fence. What a thing to happen to poor Sue. She still has the satisfaction of that great win here on Thursday night.
With Ned Kelly. Bad luck. So the last to go in the Daily Mail Cup is Robert Smith riding the Team Sanyo Olympic Video. He's got to go clear, and it must be faster than 32.93.
Well, Geoff Glazzard comes back in to have a look at the last big danger. And it is one Robert Smith with Sanyo Olympic video, because he'll have a go as well, and Geoff knows it. Yes, look at this across the centre. Well, he had to fly it. He was trying to get away, and just look at that time of Robert Smith's. 33.45. He wouldn't have done it. And it's all over, and as happened last year, somebody came from behind, all the favourites, to win the Daily Mail Cup, and a great victory there for Geoff Glazzard on Sunorra. There we are, the result of one of our famous old trophies, the Daily Mail Cup. Geoff Glazzard goes into the winner's enclosure for the first time at this show with Sunorra. David Bowen, leading from the beginning, is second to San Francisco, and third, well, incredibly, it's John Whitaker again with